What's up, people of the world? It's me, Ganok Swimmer, aka AP3 Jumped, and today I'm reviewing a another My Little Pony Friendship is Magic episode for you guys. Now, this one's very fun. This episode is called actually, what? I don't remember the name of the damn episode. Hold on. It's called "Growing Up is Hard to Do." Yeah, I had all those. I had all those words right in my head. I just couldn't remember what order those words were to form the sentence of the title. Anyway, um, let's get started. By the way, happy 21st anniversary of Google. That was yesterday, by the way. Um, so this episode, it's very interesting and very fun. And, well, it stars the CMC. Now, this, I think, will be the last episode that focuses on the CMC as a whole. And what a presumably final episode that it is, because it's a great final episode for them, because, well, I'm not going to go in exactly really a concise order telling the episode and reviewing it, but let's start from the beginning. Hold on. There we go. That feels better. So the CMC they're trying to they want to go to this fair in Appaloosa, but everyone thought they asked a chaperone, but turns out none of them made plans to get a chaperone. So they all pretty much screwed themselves because of a lack of communication. Because one person thought they got a chaperone, and the other person thought they did, or pony, I should say. But yeah, that was not very good planning, because in high school I was told from one of my teachers that if you if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, which is what the CMC did. So anyway, they try to ask almost every member of the main six to see if they could go. Yet they don't ask Pinkie Pie. As a matter of fact, she's nowhere to be seen this episode, which is quite peculiar. I was wondering if they were even going to ask Pinkie Pie, but she's nowhere to be seen. And well, I Dr. Wolf reminded me that Pinkie Pie might not be the best choice to be a chaperone. I mean, it's a good point, because we've seen both in the series, and even her Equestria Girls counterpart. Whenever they're doing an activity, they tend to go overboard, and both Pinkie Pies. So right, yeah, I agree that Pinkie Pie, I love her to death. She's my favorite pony, but she might not have been the best choice to be a chaperone after all. But anyway, so at one point they approach Twilight, because she's like the last pony that they ask, and Twilight she has this flower with these two petals that Starswell sent her to. She's trying to evaluate it or something. Like, she's trying to figure out some. She's trying to reverse spells on her or something. I can't remember why she has that or what she's trying to do with it, the flower, but turns out it's a wish granting flower. And the CMC are all at one point they're all alone in the castle next to the flower, and they all wish they were grown ups and old enough to go to the fair all by themselves. And lo and behold, this wish flower loses one of its petals, because each petal equals a wish. I'm assuming it had 3 petals, because you only get like 3 wishes, unless you wish for 3 more wishes. But anyway, that's not usually allowed in most cases. So the flower envelops them in a giant lotus, and they all come out looking like they're come out as grown-ups now, and yeah, it's pretty mind-boggling, honestly, to see them as grown-ups. And yeah, let me tell you something. Um, I've seen, and there have been many different interpretations of what the CMC will look like as grown-ups. I've seen dozens of interpretations of that, and to actually see that officially in the show of what they will look like as grown-ups, pretty damn awesome. Very satisfying, honestly, to me as a fan. For it's a very for the final season. It's great to see something satisfying like this specific scenario. So yeah, they turn to grown-ups, and they go to ride the train, the Friendship Express. That's the name of the train, and so they try to go to Appaloosa, and then on the train they're singing a song. This is our first song in a while, honestly, and I don't know if we'll get any more songs after this. We might not. I don't know. I kind of hope this isn't the very last song in the series. Probably not. There's probably going to be at least two more in the finale. I can almost guarantee that. But so the song, it's very fun. It's quite catchy, kind of pretentious. Because now that the grown-ups, they're kind of full of themselves. Like they were some of the things they were saying about. It's like, oh, just because I'm a grown-up, my opinion matters, and that's it. There's nothing you can do about that. Pretty much is their mentality. It's basically how a child's mentality is for how grown-ups respond to situations. So at one point they come across this swamp that looks like the swamp from the first Jak and Daxter game, kinda, and it's what that reminded me of. They come across this pony who's like a ticket master, I guess, and they warned him that next train is for another 3 hours, but to take a shortcut they'll arrive faster. But the catch is, you know what's ironic? I'm having throat problems just like the old pony does. He says, "Oh," at one point he's yakking and coughing. He's like, but he says like, "Oh, I have a throat thing." That was funny and strangely relatable. So the catch is to taking the shortcut. It's dangerous, kinda, sorta. And Apple Bloom was like, "Oh, I've been through a swamp before, and I'm sure I have experience with this." And I'm thinking like, Apple Bloom, honey, the last time you was in a swamp, it was fiery, and you almost died from a chimera. You almost got eaten and burned to death from a freaking chimera. So yeah. Anyway, they're trekking through the forest, and they seem to have found a way out after thinking that they were lost. Sorry, I'm shaking my leg and then shaking the camera. I apologize for that. So they come across these two ponies, like these teenage ponies. One of them's named. There's a girl named Spur, and there's a guy named Biscuit. And I gotta say, I really love their designs and color schemes, especially Spurs. Like, she's a brown pony with like a Keegan, like almost like aquamarine mane and tail, and she has like curly hair too. And hell, she even has like aquamarine freckles too, which looks really nice. And Biscuit, he's like a red pony with blue hair, and yeah. He also has this little pet. I forgot his name, but it's a purple pet. We don't know what it looks like just yet, because we'll only get a glimpse of it through the cage. They're carrying this pet. They Biscuit wants to take it to the fair, but Spur's like, no. we shouldn't do that, but then they enlist the help of the CMC, who are now grown-ups, and unbeknownst to these new ponies, that they're not grown-ups, and they still don't have good judgment. And so they do their little group huddle like they always do, and then they finally arrive at the fair. And so once they arrive, they completely abandon these two new ponies, and they go like off the walls, having fun at the fair, and yeah, that's entertaining. And then they go to this little like what do you call it, like some kind of pet showcase show or something like that. I don't know, but it's at that point we finally see the little pet of of Biscuit. And it's a really cute, like, little dog bat thing. It looks like a fusion between a dog and a bat, or that's the best description I can come up with. And he's a lavender creature, or might be periwinkle. I don't know. I think he's lavender. So yeah, this little creature, he's really cute. And he's actually a very rare species in Equestria. And it also turns out that he is highly destructive, and he can turn into a freaking tornado! You know, for those of you who play Smash Brothers or Kirby, you know how Meta Knight has this Mach Tornado move? Well, picture that, but, like, giant. It's basically what this little purple guy, this little purple dude, little dog bat thing can do. Basically, you can turn into a giant Mach tornado and just cause havoc. And the little Coliseum. And he's still got his cute little expression, because before that, his eyes got big, and he was looking around, you know, and the audience was cheering him on, and at that point he got really excited, and that's why he grew to the size of the whole Coliseum. And so meanwhile, Twilight and Fluttershy have already predicted that they wish themselves at the fair. But Fluttershy happens to predict literally this the exact situation that actually did happen. And yeah. So we fast forward a little bit. The two new ponies find out that it seems they aren't actually grown-ups, since that they're kids who in grown-up bodies. And so Fluttershy is the one who points out that this is a rare creature. I can't remember what his species is, but in order for the creature to calm down, its owner has to calm it down. And it's at that point that Biscuit admits that Spur was always the one who really, truly took care of this little purple, destructive dog bat guy. And so Spur flies up to him, to the little guy. And then that's how he's able to calm him down. Like, she literally gets right up in the freaking tornado that she causes. And, yeah. And after that, the little guy calms down. Still with his cute little face. Like, this little face and little mouth. Little, like, curvy mouth and dot eyes. Kind of like Pusheen's face a little bit. So, yeah. He does look, his face does look like Pusheen's, now that I think about it. That's probably why he's so cute. Anyway, I still wouldn't have him as a pet, though, because now that I know how destructive those things are. But anyway, so fast forward, and there's one wish left on the flower. Whatever this flower is, I don't remember the name of it, but the CMC wished there were foals again, and to that point they learned the lesson. And then what's funny is that Spur and Biscuit were like, oh wait, you two are actually younger than us? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said they're teen ponies, because these new characters are older than the CMC. Yeah, even until the very end of the series, we're still being introduced to new one-off characters, and yeah. So that's the episode. And what did I think about it? It was absolutely awesome. I loved pretty much everything about it. I loved the premise. The plot might be predictable, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how predictable a plot is, so long as that the journey is enjoyable. That's really all that matters in that instance. But if a plot is predictable, you have to make the journey good. Otherwise, it won't be a good story. In this case, it was a good story, and I've seen this premise before in other TV shows and movies. The first episode of Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy wished he was I almost called Timmy Tim. Anyway, Timmy wished he was a grown up in that episode as well, and then he learns the same lesson that the CMC does. Same thing with the movie Big. The main character in Big, he wished he was a grown up, and he like everyone else I'm mentioning, all these guys, all these characters learned a lot about how growing up too fast is a bad thing, and that you should cherish your childhood while you still have it, because you're not ready to be. The kids, these kids were not ready to be grown-ups yet, like they thought they were. So in the end, that's when they learned their lesson after a long journey. Longer for the case of Tom Hanks's character in Big, because that's the length of that's a movie. but yeah, I love this episode for that similarity. Other references include freaking Dorothy and Toto have cameo appearances in this, and because that was awesome to see, and the MLP staff likes to do that every now and then, have pony versions of other fictional characters. And also right after that, in the same damn scene, there's a cow that comes in, swoops in a tornado right after Dorothy and Toto, and that right there actually reminded me of Twister. So yeah, that movie scared the hell out of me when I first watched it. One more thing before I end the video, I just want to say that you know, the voice actors of the CMC, let me tell you, when they started playing these characters in the start of G4 back in 2010, they were the same age as their characters, except for the actress of Scootaloo, who is several years older than the other two actresses. But now they've all grown up, and now they're all adults now, and to hear them portraying their adult version, this is hard to explain, but to hear them perform their characters as adults while they are adults now, that's neat, because now they're the same age as their characters again. So that's really neat. That's that's fun. And just seeing the CMC all grown up in general is something I as a fan could have only ever dreamed of happening, and it actually has happened. It was temporary, but it actually happened, and we got to see them all grown up, which was really awesome, honestly. Once again, a very satisfying episode and a very satisfying moment. But yeah, that's it for this review. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. And like the video if you liked it, and ring the bell to be notified of future videos I make. If you liked the episode, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. If there's anything I missed, please let me know. I'm not going to remember 100% of everything, so I'm glad I have you guys to. Some of you guys have pointed out stuff to me that I missed in previous reviews, so thank you for that. The show's been on 9 years, so I'm not going to remember absolutely every little thing that's ever happened in this series. So Thank you to those of you who are reminding me of stuff that I missed. And thank you, Dr. Wolf, for, I'd like to credit him for helping me realize stuff that I did not before about episodes. That's why I always do my reviews after his, because there's always a chance that he'll point something out to me that I didn't realize, and that I can get to talk about it in my video. Do my video justice that way. So yes, once again, I'm Alex Swimmer, aka Avery Through Jumped. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That's it for me, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Stay tuned for an October 2019 update on Tuesday. Yeah, goodbye.